Hey guys, it's Mew2King. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Mythra's hitboxes as well as frame data and my thoughts on them. Not going to waste any time, so I'm just going to get right into it. But before I do, please click that subscribe button, like, hit the bell, all that. That would help me out. So if that's said, I'm going to get right into it. So on this site, ultimateframedata.com, you could see all of the hitboxes and whatnot. So I'm just going to go over each one as well as my thoughts if I have extended thoughts on them. Right here, her jab is a frame 2 jab. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just right hits, and it hits under the jab. This is actually pretty standard and common. A lot of jabs just actually aren't their actual arm. It's a little bit under. This is to prevent characters going underneath. Now, some characters can still go underneath it, but this is pretty self-explanatory. This is the jab 1, 2, and 3. Not much to say about these. The third one you would rarely do because, in general, you usually just want to go straight into the rapid jab because that's more damage. Unless you want to do a 1, 2, 3 and hope they DI in, try to get a fair frame trap or something. So these are pretty self-explanatory. And this big hitbox. Apparently, it's even bigger than Pyra's or something, where you could actually jab them for a while, and because of this big explosion at the end, you can actually, like, when you're rapid jabbing them, you can actually be doing that for longer than you'd expect, since this giant explosion that covers all this range, which means you probably get more damage, more rapid jabs than you probably think on the first instinct, which is nice to know. Here's the forward tilt. The forward tilt starts on frame 8. This is frame 8. It's an overhead swipe, and then it's also active on 9. So it's an overhead swipe, then active on 9. This move it's pretty standard. You can use it. You can use boost F tilt. You can use standing F tilt. Catch a ledge jump. F tilt combos in the F smash from like up to like 70% depending on the character. Like in the Mythra Ditto, it's like works up to like 70% or so. And it can be used in combos, but it's a little tricky because like some tilts and combos don't work into it as much as you'd expect. And there's times that like this area, I don't know if it's Z-axis or something. I'm not sure, but there's times it feels like this area, even though you see it on the screen, it feels like it misses more than you'd expect. But that just might be Z-axis shenanigans with certain characters. But yeah. Pretty standard F tilt, really safe move. You can do dash away F tilt. Like, I think dash away F tilt can be pretty good because it's safe if you miss, and you're still getting spacing and damage if you connect. And then, you know, it's a follow-up. The standard follow-up would probably be short hop fair or something. Now here's up tilt. So up tilt is, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7. So it's 7. Then it's also active 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And something like this is really nice because, first I want to mention, actually, look where it starts. It starts here, so it doesn't start very high. That's like her shoulder area, right? And then you go down to here, and it already goes to the ground. So it's very important to note that not only does the front part have more active frames, so it does start behind her, but the front part is overall a lot better in the sense that it's more active and also hits lower. So that's worth noting. As you can see, it lasts for quite a while. This can be good to catch like a normal ledge stand and then you can like up tilt, full hop, neutral B or something, or do combos. You could pretty much up tilt to up air, double jump up air at the low percents, and you can use it to catch ledge jumps sometimes. Also like ledge jump and then jump neutral B. So this is pretty staple in the combos. Usually you can do this after down tilt. A general flow chart is like down tilt and then up tilt, and this protects it pretty well. However, there's more I want to mention actually. It's this. This is actually what happens in the game. I call this actually is in melee. I call it like the after image, but in here it's called interpolation or something. Anyway, as you can see, so this is on one frame and then another frame, and then there's a line drawn between them. So look here, this is the current frame, and this is the last frame. So the last frame was here, the current frame's here, and then there's a line drawn between them, and then the last frame also exists one extra frame, and this is what actually goes on in the game. So that's probably to make moves more consistent and stuff. So as you can see, like if you're trying to like catch ledge jump or something, or you can see it's actually lingering for all this time. It's not just the skinny hitbox. This line actually helps as well. So yeah, that's why I think that could be good for jumps and stuff. Although the main tool is probably for combos. So this is mostly a combo tool. I usually use it after down tilt. Yeah, I do like one up tilt usually. And speaking of down tilt, this down tilt comes out on frame 5. And it exists here for 3 frames. This is actually pretty generous. That gives it a good. It's better for like that's better for the ledge than you'd expect. If you do manage to 2-frame with this, which is actually a 4-frame because you have a 3-frame window on another 2-frame window, so it's actually 4 frames. But you can actually hit people on the ledge but with this move. Now, I do want to mention real quick, something good to note about both her forward smash, which I'll get to soon, and her down tilt. See here? Normally you'd expect from the... You don't see the sword here, but the sword, it seems like the sword goes down like this, and you would expect the lowest point to be around here, right? But it's different in this game. It's not quite the same. It's kind of the opposite of Marth's down tilt in Melee. In Marth's down tilt in Melee, it's kind of like a circle here, here, and here, and it goes like that. This is not like Marth's down tilt. In fact, strangely, the edge of it doesn't go as low, which is kind of the opposite of what you'd expect. And if you play Marth in Melee, it is the opposite. It is the opposite of him. And with her down tilt actually hits lower here and here, right in front of her. So a little bit in front of her face, around where her arm is. Pretty much where her actual arm is. That's where it hits really low at the ledge. And here, it's a little less low, and here, a little less low. That actually makes quite a difference, not only when two-framing, but also hitting people on the ledge. So if somebody's trying to ledge plank you, or just camp on ledge, you can do a quick dash up down tilt. And then if the down tilt connects, you can actually do up tilt, full hop, neutral B, or you can just go straight into a forward smash. Down tilt forward smash or down tilt down smash is both really good because the F smash and down smash send at a very low angle, and you already catch them from a low position. So this is really good for two framing and it's anything around the ledge in general. This is also really good for combos. If you were to like run up and jab lock somebody, you get the jab lock, and then you just do down tilt up tilt into like up air strings and whatnot. It's a very consistent combo move, and the fact that it very, very easily combos into forward smash, not only at the low percents, but when they're already hanging on ledge or around that area, because they're already starting from a low position, so the window of which F smash connects is extremely huge. So it's very good kill confirm around the ledge. But yeah, this move, very good. See, only comes out on frame 5, 6, 7, and it's only 20 frames total time, which is only one more frame than Marth's down tilt IASA frames in Melee. So it's very similar to Marth down tilt in that way, except reverse of where the lowest point is. The lowest point's closer. That's very important to understand, actually, because you actually have to if you want to hit as low as possible, you actually have to be standing closer than it seems. I actually didn't know that at first until I actually looked at the hitboxes, or just did some more experimenting on my own. This dash attack is a frame 9 dash attack, and it lingers for 2 frames here. But look, I think this is a really amazing move. It's a burst option. Of course, it doesn't hit on ledge or whatnot, but look, you can just catch them from a distance. It's unreactable. This is completely if you're at mid range or close range, this is an unreactable option, which means they have to. If they don't respect it, you can just hit them for free. And if they're at low percent or if it's online, there's a high chance they're going to miss the tech. So you can run up, jab, down tilt, up tilt, up air, jab, side B. Just tech chase however you want. Run up, down smash. Like, there's so many options for the tech chase, but this is what leads all into the tech chases. Or you could just hit them away. And at certain low percents, you can dash attack into another dash attack. Double dash attack is also pretty good. It can hit around people when they try to slide off to the ledge. You can get 2 dash attacks, or you can get double dash attack and then run up, down smash for the third, which I'll explain more later when I get into the down smash. But this move's amazing. Leads into tech chases, and it's an amazing burst option. And if they're starting to jump over it, if they adapt by jumping over it, you can try to anti-air them. If they're trying to shield a lot, you have an amazing dash grab to complement it. Amazing, super good move. Don't be too predictable with it, because if they are just standing there waiting for you to do it, kind of like when you fight an online Joker, the online Joker's just going to dash attack, of course, because it's a good move, right? But it can become predictable if you make it obvious, so keep in mind that you might be becoming predictable, so you don't want to get predictable against an opponent with a brain. But it's a very good tool to have nonetheless. Now forward smash. Here's the forward smash. So this is, I think it starts on 14. It's a frame 14 move, 14 here, and then 15, 16, 17. Similar to down tilt, as you can see. Very similar to down tilt, the closest part of the sword is right in front of her face. So not quite where her shoe is, but right here. This is right where she's looking. See, like her eyes, she's looking here. That's the lowest part of hitting people on the ledge. It's just good to know the facts, because that can make the difference between two framing or hitting people on ledge or just completely missing or grazing. So, and this is, I think, besides down air and back air, or moves like down air and stuff, like besides aerials, this is your best, or the lowest hitting two-frame option you have. So you could actually just try to YOLO the F smash to try a two-frame. I've gotten those before. It's not very consistent at all. I'd probably recommend down tilt, especially because down tilt combos the forward smash. But just good to know the facts. And this is a very amazing kill move. This is Mythra's best kill move in most situations. Like, yeah, she can like fully charge neutral B and whatnot, or gimps and stuff. But if we're just talking raw kill percent without pyro, I find this move to be her best kill move to kill people at like 100%. This can also be used if you're playing online. You predict on the normal ledge stand. You can charge it and release on a change to any movement. You could easily forward smash ledge stands, both online and offline. And then, oh, I forgot the interpolation. So as you can see, this is what's actually going on. There's an after image, and this lingers. This is what's actually going on in the game. Now up smash. I find this move when I played online. I only played online like for one day, but I find this move to be. Oh, I want to mention this is actually her best out of shield option. This is her only frame 9 out of shield. Other than that, her next frame 10 out of shield's like up E and grab are both frame 10 out of shield. This is her only frame 9 out of shield. So this is technically her fastest out of shield option. I don't know if I recommend it or not, but this is her fastest out of shield. It scoops up right here on frame 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 frames, and you could see you're being protected that entire time. This is really good when you think people are trying to land on you, because it's just completely protecting you. And if you're very confident they're going to ledge jump or something, that could be good too. But it's really just like, man, I want to protect myself and get good damage. That could be good. You can also combo it after your tilts. Like if you do down tilt or up tilt, it easily combos into the up smash. Yeah, it's good to catch landings. Pretty solid move. Definitely pretty good in line too. Down smash is your fastest smash attack, 1 frame faster than your up smash. Comes out on frame 8, and it lingers here 1, 2, 3 frames. Kind of similar to your down tilt, but this is not 2 frames. As you can see, this is very high off the ground. And your kick, the kick here, it's a little under your leg, but it's a low hitting kick. Not low for 2 frame, but like low enough that people can't really dunk under it. And then it spins around to the other side and lingers 1, 2, 3 on the other side, with the sword being the stronger and bigger hitbox, of course. And so that move is I like using this move to gimp people. So like if I'm hitting someone for bad recovery, you know how I said dash attacks are good to set up the tech chase. I might do 1 or 2 dash attacks, and then after either a first or second dash attack, I'll do run up down smash. Run up down smash catches their miss tech, while it also catches if they buffer air dodge in, which also catches if they buffer tech roll in, and which is a nice consistent damage if they do the last 2 options I named, but if they miss tech or tech in place, it also covers that because it just hits them sideways, and a lot of characters have poor recovery. Combine that with Mythra's great edge guarding. She has so many different ways to edge guard. Like, she's one of the best edge guards. So just hitting at a very low angle is very, very useful. So I really like this move, especially when I hit people around the ledge, because it either pushes them to ledge for ledge traps, or it sends them an angle where I can threaten gimping them. And that's always really nice, especially on a character with poor recovery. So I really like this move a lot. Sometimes I charge it near the ledge to catch, like if I think they're going to ledge jump or normal standard, whatever I think they're going to do. But yeah, as I said, one of the common ways is after dash attack, for example. Or just reading air dodge, trying to hit them to the side. I really like that move. Here's her neutral air. It starts on frame 8 behind her, and then 9 below her, but it also kind of goes in front of her on frame 9 as well, and spins around, and then, surely enough, you get a giant hitbox to protect you for a while, and then it goes back down. So to look at that one more time, that's what it looks like in slow motion, basically. So pretty standard nair. It's nice that it's pretty consistent. I like using this. Like I'll do like a retreating nair till I catch a ledge jump, because if I do like short hop nair backwards and I want to catch ledge jump and I'm like, okay, well, let's say I missed. If I'm drifting back, it doesn't matter. But if I connect, they're usually missing DI or DIing in, which means I can connect a forward air into a combo or frame trap after, which is a good advantage state. So I like it for that situation personally. It could be okay out of shield. It's not quite Biof good. As you can see, it starts on frame 8, whereas Biof starts on frame 6. So Biof's nair to shield is definitely the superior one of the two. But Biof's nair is crazy good. It's one of the best nairs out of shield ever. Oh, speaking of that, there's a landing hitbox right here. So the frame you land. So the frame you land for exactly only that frame, there's a landing hitbox, which can mess up people's timing. Now, there's still quite a bit of landing lag. So they could still block the last hit and then like hit you with an out of shield, like a up out of shield or grab or whatever. But it is nice to have extra protection of the landing hitbox. Also, if you manage to do a landing nair at low percents or even a rising nair, you can combo or frame trap off it. So like at 0, you can do landing nair into up tilt, into whatever. And it just keeps you nearby. Even if it doesn't true training mode combo, there's a lot of times you can just go for a forward air. And even if they somehow air dodge it or whatever, you can frame trap them anyway. So it gives a really good advantage state. Sometimes true combos, other times just a nice positional frame trap advantage. So that's always really nice as well. So yeah, that's tied for your fastest aerial. Also tied with that is forward air. Forward air is also a frame 8 swipe. As you can see, it goes quite a bit below, and they gave this extra hitbox to make sure it's like a higher chance of hitting. So it's frame 8, 9, 10, 11. And this hits sideways. This is your best tool for gimping, and it's quite the generous range. Pretty generous range here. I really love this for gimping. You can just aim at them with it, or if you think they're going to be scared and go in for air dodges, you can wait for it and do that. It doesn't seem to combo into itself. Like, I was testing it on like Bowser and stuff, and the forward air, it seems like you can air dodge between it, so the two fairs don't link, but the positional advantage you get is like you can just fair, or sometimes you fair and just wait for them, and just they're going to buffer air dodge or something, and then you punish that. It's still really, really nice for gimping frame traps. I really like this move for that. I usually use it to anti-air or to gimp. I don't really use this in neutral, but I use it to anti-air as much. But I do it to like swipe them out of the air to try to gimp them. That's the most, or to do combos in frame traps. I don't really do like a spaced fair in neutral so much though. But that's just me. I haven't really. I might do it more in the future because it does seem decent for that. But she has such a good burst option with her ground movement and dash attack and other types of options that I haven't felt the need yet. Now back air is pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 frames slower than your forward air is your back air. But look how low this goes on the first frame. This actually catches people on the ledge. I was testing it, like in the Mythra ditto, for example. If they're just hanging on the ledge, it actually catches them on the ledge. And when you look at this hitbox, it's not really that surprising. I didn't know this move went so low in the first frame until I actually looked at it. You would expect it to just be the sword, right? But no, it's actually the sword and this giant circle under the sword for that frame. And then 11, 12, and then that's 12. It goes way up here, so it's 10, 11, 12. It's pretty interesting that it just goes this low. And it's kind of like a melee Marth back air, but like with a shorter sword. So it's pretty reminiscent. So it feels pretty natural for someone like me because I'm used to like melee Marth, of course. So really good move. Also, at the low and mid percents, this either true combos, training mode combos, or frame traps into up B. So if you ever connect this move, you want to do your up B attack afterwards. The one where you do, I think it's Chroma, you want to do the up B where you do one shot after it. So just tap up B after landing the bear, and you can get extra damage. This works for a surprisingly long time. You can also use this move to ledge trump. I know, so if you ledge trump and get the bear, and they're at like mid% more or less, then you can, or even low percent and mid%, the back air actually combos into the up B. It doesn't work at like 100, but it'll work at like 70, for example. And it will work at the low percents as well. So you just back air at low percents and then up B. You don't even need to do landing bear. There's not much total time on this move. So it's 33 frames total time, but it's pretty generous with comboing into the up B, or frame trapping into the up B. So I recommend if you land back air, either try to continue the combo or consider ending it with an up B. That's some of my recommendations. Now, up air. This is not quite Crom up air, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't go as low as Crom or Roy's up air, but it's still really good. It reminds me a lot of like a mix between Marth and Mint. It's like a slower Marth up air, or like it's kind of like a Marth Midnight up air in a way. So it's an arc over here, and as you can see, it doesn't go as low. Like Crom's would be going down here or something, but hers will end here. That's why I don't know about like landing with it as much, but pretty straightforward move. You just do the up air, and it goes a little lower behind her than in front of her, but not that significantly. But yeah, this is if they're above you, you just up air, and then the frame trap. Now there's more I want to talk about actually. It only has 30 frames total time, and it only has here, as you can see, like this Nair had 13 frames landing lag, right? The forward air had 10, back air had 10. Now your up air is active from 9 to 13, right? So the last frame here is 13. Auto cancels on 16 and afterwards. So only 3 frames or so after the move ends is actually when it auto cancels. So depending on the details of it, it might only have, I think, normal landing lag is like 4 frames or something. And even if you don't get the 4 frames or whatever, the other landing lag is 8. So it's like a win-win. It's basically anywhere between good to great for landing lag. So this is actually safe. If you were to do landing up air on a shield, it's actually completely safe. Because you can spot dodge like any grab. Like maybe, yeah, sure, like Game & Watch could like up B, but like almost every other character, like they can't really do anything. So, but yeah, some people think that it'd be good to pro. I don't really think like doing this as like a main approach is that good, but if we're talking about shield advantage, that could be good. I personally think the best use of the move is combos and frame traps. I think combos and frame traps and just protecting yourself with very precise spacing on the sword, you know, melee Marth Brawl Minute style, that's how I personally like to use it. And now the down air. Now, this is the move I personally use the least. This comes out on frame 13 in front, but it does have a nice hitbox. These are pretty generous hitboxes. Maybe I should be using this more. This is the move that goes the furthest below the ledge, as expected. Obviously, it goes lower than all your other arrows, even back air by a lot. It hits at like a low angle. It's kind of like a stronger forward air, but it's more difficult to land by comparison to forward air. Oh, and it has a nice auto cancel window. I think see on 29 and onward. So you can actually short hop dare and it will auto cancel. So short hop dare actually does auto cancel. I'm not sure if that's useful or not. I don't find myself using it in matches. You know, as I said, that's just my style. I haven't used it in my playstyle, but the hitbox itself looks pretty nice. And now for some special attacks. Lightning Buster. Now, interestingly enough, when I tested Lightning Buster, so I want to first mention that Lightning Buster comes out on frame 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, right. No, this is they're showing it from a charge for some reason. So I don't know why it's like that on the site. Let me check this out. So I don't know why this is like this on the site, but Lightning Buster is definitely a frame 9 move. But if you're releasing it from a charge position, it's 5. So if you're releasing the B button from a charge position, it's frame 5. But if you just tap the button from neutral, it's frame 9. So it's either 9 or 5, depending if you count from neutral or from charge position. So this is frame 5 or 9. And it's a nice hitbox, but it only is active for 1 frame, so it's hard to catch ledge jumps. And as you can see, to catch normal stand shield, for example, but as you can see, it also goes behind you on only this frame, on the frame after. Now, I do want to mention that 2 frames before this happens, you actually have invincibility here and here. So this frame should actually be invincible. I don't know why it doesn't show it there, but that should be invincible. This frame and this frame should be invincible, and then this one and this one, and I think the next 2 after should also be invincible. And that's some generous invincibility. So it happens just before and just after the attack lands. So that makes it like a little safer for like beating other people's moves than you'd expect. Not sure what place that'll have in the meta, but time will tell, I guess. Also, I want to mention that for the fully charged version, both air fully charged, ground fully charged, and aerial side beat in general, for some reason I don't know if this is a programming error, but they all assume the game has a weight value of 100. So if you're like a character like Bowser, you can kill him earlier than you'd expect with an aerial neutral B, because it'll hit him just as far as like Jigglypuff. But only the air versions or the fully charged version. And let's be honest, no one's going to get the fully charged version, so what actually matters in that scenario is the air version. So the air version assumes you have a weight of 100, which means it could be good for gimping heavies at percents you wouldn't expect, like maybe 100%. And then the charge version goes over her head. This charge starts on, I think, frame 15. So it starts on 15 and goes overhead. And then if you just charge it a little bit and then release, it can actually combo into, as I mentioned, the aerial release of the B press, which, that as I said, that could be good for like killing heavies and edge guarding heavies and whatnot. It can also be used to catch ledge jump. If you think they're going to ledge jump, you can either down tilt, up tilt, neutral B, just neutral B in place, jump, full hop, neutral B. A lot of these types of moves I just mentioned, like the down tilt, the up tilt, and the neutral B and jump neutral B, these are all different options you can do, like if you're very confident your opponent might ledge jump, as I said, for killing heavies, if you get the air version. It also hits at a pretty nice low angle. And this is the charge version. Like, I'll just play it in normal speed. See, the first hit goes behind you. And then I want to talk about a very interesting move. The side beat, Photon Edge. So this move's pretty interesting. This does not account for Mythra's movement. Mythra is vulnerable in a line. See separate GIF, which I'll show in a second. So to show this one, this comes out, I think it's like 17 or 18. No, it's 18, yeah. So I'll show this one first. These are the hitboxes here. Now you might be thinking like, man, it's crazy Mythra can teleport all over the place. But I'll show something interesting after that. During Photon Edge, Mythra is vulnerable while moving forward, but completely invisible. This is where her actual hitbox is. right here. This is where she actually is. All the other things you saw over here and here, those were fake Mythras. Those were ghosts. Ghosts that you can't hit. This is where she actually is. This is what they coded in the game. It was probably easiest to program her just going in a straight line. It's probably easier on the programmers to just do that. So that's actually, if you're trying to hit her, like if Luigi shoots a fireball, and then it'll hit her at the moment that you'd expect, for example. Because this is where she actually is. And this is what it looks like if you were to like see, both together. See the little white ghost looking thing. The ghost, this white little ghost thing. That's not the ghost. The normal one's the ghost. The ghost one is where you actually are. So it's like a reverse ghost. So that's what's actually going on, and understanding this can be nice. So I'll play it one more time in slow motion. Playing this from frame 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then, bam. I might have missed by frame, but as you can see, you're like mostly protected by these slashes. For the most part, you're protected by the slashes, particularly in front of you. And then there's all this lag afterwards. It has like 100 frames total time, so if you miss, they can literally run up to you and semi-charge a smash attack. So you're going to get slightly charged smash attack if you miss this move. Now, I want to mention something really cool. You know how in my first video of the Mythra guide, if you haven't watched it, you should, I mentioned how I could do from the ledge. I grab ledge, and then I press down or back from ledge and double jump side B immediately. So let's pretend like the ledge is right here. Let's pretend that this stage is the ledge. So Mythra is right here hanging on the ledge. Like this is the guy on stage, and Mythra is right here hanging on the ledge. And I just go here, and I just do the slash, and the slash is hitting on stage like this. But guess what? Mythra is not moving from this position. So even if I was to put like a bumper right here and right here, I'm not actually hitting that area. I have my ghost attacking. Remember Gotenks from Dragon Ball Z? Remember the Super Ghost Kamikaze? You have the ghost Mythra is attacking, and even if you attack the ghost, they can hurt you, but you can't hurt them because they're not real. But they'll give you real pain, but you can't hurt them. You can't hurt these ghosts. You can only hurt the one that's hanging on the ledge. So the ledge hop, not ledge hop, but like ledge and then drop with back or down, then immediately double jump and then immediately side B, where you do a bunch of slashes here. That's actually a viable mix-up if the opponent doesn't expect it. Of course, they could just run up to you and down smash if they predict you, but that's why you don't want to be predictable. You want to use the option you think your opponent's not going to expect. But yeah, just mentioning that could like work like once per set against somebody if they're not going to adapt. So yeah, pretty interesting. Also, it's not very good for gimping because for gimping, it's not like Sephiroth's up B where it's super strong and then it just like if you hit with this move, they actually go at a high angle. So it's not very good for like gimping. They go at a really upwards angle. Quite the opposite of this Lightning Buster, where the Lightning Buster and your forward smash and your down smash all hit at a very low angle. Up B, Ray of Punishment. This is a frame 10 up B. So first 9 and now this is frame 10. And this is 11. As you can see between frame 10 and 11, look, right here, it's if you draw like this area right here, you could see it increases. It actually goes further on this frame. So that's where it has the maximum range. This is a good example of the maximum range of the move. So frame 10, 11, 12. And that's the hitbox of the move while rising. And then you have the option of shooting down. Depending on if you just press up B once and you don't do anything else, you shoot Chroma Dust. But before I get to that, so Chroma Dust right here, bam, and that always combos, or like 99% of the time that always combos. And this move is a lot better for just if you connect the move. This does about 5 more damage than the multiple shots. Well. It always does more damage. It usually does about 5 more damage, but it's guaranteed more damage no matter what. So if you actually connect like an up B to shield, or you're doing combos and you connect the up B, you might want to do this projectile. This one also goes a lot further and lower. So that's the one you want to do for damage. It does some pretty solid damage too. It's nowhere near like a Crom up B, but it's pretty solid damage. And so I like that move a lot. I like this move out of shield a lot. It's really good out of shield. And now for Chroma Dust, this is where you shoot the multiple shot. Oh, right. I think that they don't actually have its The hitbox is still being worked on, but I'm sure it just follows the start. You know how if you shoot 5 projectiles here, it's literally what you see is what you get for the most part. So that's it. That's pretty straightforward. You don't even need to see that to understand what it is. And swap to pyro, as I mentioned in my first video, 32 frames total time. You're invincible for 13 frames, which are 6 through 18. I'm not so sure that that's like the invincibility part's really important there. It's hard to say if that's like something you would do deliberately on purpose consistently, but those are the stats of that. And then your grab. It's a frame 6 grab. I think it's just supposed to be like, I think 12 units, which is supposed to be like the average grab. But to be honest, it feels a lot better than that. So I would say she has quite a good grab. I really like her grab. And then dash grab. But when you combine that with her speed, it's really generous, especially if you condition them to shield with like dash attacks. And then now they're scared of dash attacks, so they're trying to block it. And block and punish you after shielding, and then bam, you grab him, and all your throws can combo depending on all your throws combo at the low percents, pretty much all 4 of them, which I can talk about. And pivot grab. Don't really use that one personally, but there's some other tech with like roll cancel and stuff, just unrelated. Pummel. Now forward throw and up throw are your throws that happen really fast. If you want to throw somebody quickly so that they're not going to DI, you should either forward throw or up throw. I want to mention that forward throw combos into dash attack at 0. And at low percents, kind of like how Wolf has the down throw into dash attack. Well, with Mythra it's similar, except now it's forward throw into dash attack. It's a true combo at 0. And then that at the percents a little higher than that, it starts a tech chase. So that could be useful for that. The forward throw into dash attack, and then the tech chase. Run up down smash, or we'll just dash attack twice or whatever. Back throw. It's if they don't DI at 0, you can run up and fair them. And if they DI in, you could hit them with an aerial, like a forward air, for example. Or you could put them on a platform if they DI in, and then land on the platform. And then you can do like falling up air for the tech in place, kind of like how Marth does up air tech in place in melee. There's a lot you can do with platform tech chase. But basically, you could short hop delay, falling up air to cover all the techs except tech roll away, and then double jump up air and double jump up air again, or just up B, chroma dust for the damage or something. So back throw, good if they DI in, good for stage positioning. You could try to combo fair if they DI in or miss DI at low percent. If they DI away, obviously you can't. Up throw, I really like this one because it's your fastest. I'm not sure if this one or forward throw is faster, but they're both like, if you get grabbed and she forward throws or up throws you immediately, you're not going to react and you're not going to DI, so it doesn't matter. I like up throw at low percent personally because I can do short hop. I can always do short hop up air and then double jump up air, and that's either a true combo or a frame trap, like against 99% of characters at low percent. And I like the fact that they're not going to DI it, which makes it really consistent. I can practice like consistent frame traps. I go over that in my Mythra guide. If you guys are interested in that, check out my Mythra guide. But I like the up throw because it's super fast, and you can get short hop up air and the double jump up air, or just whatever type of combo you want. The thing is, they're gonna miss the DI. They're almost pretty much guaranteed to just miss the DI. Like 99% of the time you up throw them. If you throw them immediately, they're missing the DI. Now for pure raw damage, you want the down throw. Raw damage. This one's 4, and this one's it's more. This one's 7, so that's 3 more damage. However, they have time to react and DI this one. See, there's 9 frame startup. So like 10 frame startup, 9 frame startup. So basically, so up throw is fast by a frame or 2. And down throw, obviously by far your slowest throw. However, it's also your most damaging throw. So it's the slowest. They're pretty much guaranteed to DI like 90% of the time. But it's the most damage. So what you can do is you can either up air, you can down throw up air, you can down throw forward air, or you can down throw and then up B for chroma dust. I mean, I'm sure there's probably more you can do. Like maybe you can do like back air into up B and stuff. I'm sure there's some unexplored stuff you can do. But yeah, these are some different ideas of what you can do after throws. Pretty much all her throws are really good at low percents because you have options for combos, either guaranteed combos or DI traps. On all 4, like none of her throws are useless. Like I feel like that all of them have a use in different types of scenarios, especially to mix your opponent up or just different situations and stuff. Now, her spot dodge and rolls are, I think it's either 5 or 6. I think it's 5 frames longer than Pyrus. Pyrus is either average speed or faster than average. I forget which. And hers are extra laggy by comparison, but that's because her foresight happens on frame 2 through 6. As I mentioned in my first video, 2 through 6 on spot dodge, 2 through 6 on forward roll, 2 through 7 on back roll, and 2 through 5 on the air, on all of the air dodges, as you can see. the invincibility starts from 7 to 21 here. What happens with Foresights is you take 0.5 damage, or 0.5x. Basically, you take 50% damage. And the opponent, you could either view it in two ways. You could view it as you have like a 36 frame advantage, or you could view it as they're slow. What actually is happening is they're slowed down at a 1 to 10 ratio, like 1 frame passing. They're moving exactly 10 times slower. So remember Hit versus Jiren in Dragon Ball Super when Hit slowed Jiren down. Jiren was super slow. He was like 100 times slower, but this is more. It's like 10 times slower. Well, he was like 1,000 times slower, but now it's like 10 times slower. So he make the opponent 10 times slower for 36 frames. So the opponent is 1/10 speed for 36 frames. So that's really obviously really good, and that's pretty much what goes on here. Now I do want to also mention that as Void discovered recently, there's like a directional air dodge, the melee one. For example, she does a directional air dodge to the left or right. See right here, it says invulnerable on frame 6 to 24. Did you know that you can grab the ledge on frame 25? So if you air dodge to the ledge in like certain situations, as Void explains in his video that just came out recently, you can actually grab the ledge on frame 25. And his thing is, and there were up to this point in time, there's been no character in the game that had the option of air dodge to ledge and was fully invincible and then fully invincible again. There's always been like either a gap between, or there's like a 2-frame window you can grab ledge. Most characters, this number which ends on 24, most characters this is like 21 or 22. And then for King Dedede, it's 23, which means he's vulnerable for at least 1 frame, if not more. Mythra has the option of if potentially being 0 frames vulnerable from the air dodge to go into a ledge in a very specific situation, like a side air dodge from like the right height, for example. Now, with that said, if you do make her Foresight on the frame 2, 3, 4, 5, she'll actually fall her to a death and die. So that's only good if you think the opponent's gonna jump off stage and hit you, and you actually get her in the Foresight, she'll actually fall to a death and die. So there is that risk involved. So I don't find it broken at all, because if you can literally get your opponent at any % by them doing that. And her weight is 92, which is very different than Pyra's 98. Shoutouts to Xenoblade and the funny scene. You guys know what I'm talking about. Her run speed is roughly equal to Fox. I don't remember the exact number, but when I tested it, it was pretty much like 99% the same as Fox. And she's just really, really fast. As up smash out of shield, not frame 9. Grab and up B above 10. And your other aerials, like Nair to shield, this is also good. Frame 11, but still really good because it frame traps. That's Mythra. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm also going to be doing a lot more content. So if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe to my YouTubes, my Mew2King YouTube, The Real Mew2King, MVG League. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell. Please comment your thoughts and like it. This stuff, it may not seem like much, but it will help out more than you'd expect. Also, I'll be streaming on Twitch a lot more as time goes on. I've just been focused on providing great YouTube content for you guys. So I've been really YouTube focused recently because a lot of people have really liked this content. So I've been doing more of it. So if you do enjoy that, consider giving me a follow, consider giving me a sub or something. That would be very appreciated. And check the YouTube description before leaving. We recently posted the new FPS Online. The new date's April 15th through 18th, so definitely consider checking that out. If you want to buy my merch, and any of this stuff, very, very much appreciated. Also want to mention I just started coaching, so if you're interested in getting better at Super Smash Bros., whether it's Ultimate, Melee, or any game, consider signing up on a website called Medify.gg. As I said, all this will be in the YouTube description, and I'm planning on releasing many more educational and entertaining videos. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys later.